Welcome to Premier League Gameweek 17 recaps. Liverpool played Leicester City and defeated them 2-1, although not a single one of Liverpool's goals was scored by one of their players, with Leicester City defender Wout Faes scoring 2 own goals in this match. It all makes this even stranger as he's admitted to being a Liverpool fan in the past. His own goals would have been very frustrating for Leicester, who did well to open a score in 4 minutes into this match with Dewsbury Hall running through the Liverpool defence and slotting the ball into the back of the net. Leicester managed to hold onto this lead for over half an hour, however in the 38th minute, Faes scored his first of 2 own goals, and honestly it was a pretty extraordinary finish. It's just a shame it ended up in the back of his own net and not the opposition's. One own goal to cost your team the lead is bad enough as it is, but another own goal to see your team fall behind must be a defender's worst nightmare, and unfortunately for Wout Faes, this nightmare became reality when he tried to clear the ball after Nunes hit the post, but instead ended up tapping the ball into his own goal, putting Liverpool in front going into the second half. Speaking of Nunes, this guy just can't stop missing. He missed 2 big chances in this match against Leicester, and in the match before this, he missed 4 big chances against Aston Villa. Luckily for Liverpool fans though, his shot which hit the post led to their match-winning goal, so it's not all doom and gloom, but he definitely needs to work on his finishing because it's not every game a defender's going to tap in your missed shot. West Ham faced Brentford and lost 2-0. The Hammers now losing 5 consecutive games in the league, leaving them 1 spot above the relegation zone. Ivan Toney was the man to open a score in this match, the striker getting to the ball before it could be cleared and tapping it in on a rebound, and he celebrated this London derby goal by making a hammer symbol with his arms. Then towards the end of the first half, Toney got another goal contribution when Joshua Silva outpaced Aaron Queso to get on the end of Toney's pass and instruct the ball past Fabianski in goal, from Brentford 2-0 up going into half time. Brentford were 2 goals up in their previous match against Spurs, but ended up drawing the match 2-2, so although the 3 points seemed likely, a win wasn't guaranteed at this stage. However, Brentford defended well in the second half, and by the end of it, they were victorious in this London derby. Although despite the win, this match ended on a terrible note as Ivan Toney with 17 goal contributions in 18 matches across all competitions this season left the field on a stretcher after suffering an ankle injury. With Toney facing a lengthy ban due to his betting scandal, this could very well be the last time we see Toney for a long while. With how crucial he is to this Brentford team, he will be a big miss. Wolves came up against Manchester United and lost 1-0. The main talking point going into this match was Marcus Rashford being benched just 1 match after he got a goal and assist for Tottenham for issue to disciplinary reasons. However, Rashford did confirm later on there was nothing serious, and all he did was oversleep and miss a team meeting. Rashford's absence on the field was pretty noticeable, United not playing too great with him not there, so his punishment was cut short and he came onto the field at the start of the second half.
If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Okay, time's up.
United looked much better as soon as he came onto the field, and then half an hour into him being on the pitch, he scored a stunning goal to make it 1-0 to United, winning them the match and seeing them rise into the top 4. Rashford did get the ball into the back of the net once again after this, which would have officially sealed the win for them. However, this was ruled out due to handball, and the scoreline said 1-0 to United. Bournemouth were up against Crystal Palace and were beaten 2-0. Their manager Gary O'Neill described the match as the worst he's seen since he took over in August of last year, and it's understandable to see why with Palace's opening goal coming from the poor defender on a set piece, which allowed Jordan Ayew to head in Elise's corner 19 minutes in. Palace's second goal was then scored in a similar fashion to their first, so Bournemouth defended another corner abysmally, which allowed Eze to strike the ball past the keeper and extend Palace's lead to 2-0 going into half time. Bournemouth had more possession than Palace in this match, but for the most part they didn't really do much of the ball, and in the end they let Palace pick up the 3 points pretty comfortably, and after that performance it wouldn't surprise me if their new shareholder Michael B. Jordan is demanded a refund. Fulham played Southampton and beat them 2-1, leaving Southampton rock bottom of the Premier League. There wasn't much action in the first half, with the main moment of interest coming in the 32nd minute when Jose Perez volleyed from a corner deflected off Southampton captain James Ward-Prowse and into the back of his own net, putting Southampton a goal down half an hour into this match. The match was turned on its head in the second half though, it being much more eventful than the first. Start off with James Ward-Prowse cancelling his own goal, redeeming himself by scoring a fantastic free kick to level the game in the 56th minute. This was Ward-Prowse's 15th goal directly from a free kick in the Premier League, with 28-year-old closing on David Beckham's record of 18 goals. The scoreline stayed at 1-1 for about half an hour, however in the 80th minute that will change and Palhinha heading the ball at the back post, which proved to be the winner in this match. Fulham were awarded a penalty a few minutes of stoppage time after this, which just scored would have completely eliminated any hope Southampton may have had of getting a league equaliser. However, Mitrovic's shot from the spot was saved by Bazunu and the scoreline set at 2-1. Man City faced Everton and drew 1-1, allowing Arsenal to go 7 points clear at the top of the league. Erling Haaland scored his 20th Premier League goal in the match before this, and it doesn't seem like he's going to stop scoring anytime soon as he scored once again in this match to give City the lead in the 24th minute. With Everton lurking above the relegation zone and being one of the lowest scoring teams in the league, their chance of making a comeback against the reigning champions seemed pretty low. However, a stunning finish with Demarai Gray at the edge of the box saw them go level with City in the 64th minute. With 26 minutes plus an eventual 11 minutes of added time still to go, a draw was by no means guaranteed for Everton, especially with the amount of chances Man City were creating. However, they did extremely well to keep Man City at bay, and in the end they picked up a point which could be crucial in their fight to stay up the season. Newcastle came up against Leeds and drew 0-0. With Newcastle being third in the league and Leeds not far off the relegation zone towards the bottom of the league, they were the hairy favourites to win this match. However, despite accumulating over 2 XG and having multiple chances, they just couldn't break with their luck. A large part of their failed score was down to Leeds keeper Ella Maslier in goal, with the 22-year-old making 5 saves across 90 minutes, one of the more notable ones being a save to deny ex-Leeds United forward Chris Wood from close range. A win here would have seen Newcastle rise to 2nd place in the league, so they will feel a little frustrated at sharing point with Leeds after dominating them for basically the entire match. Brighton were up against Arsenal and lost 4-2, with City dropping points just before before this match kicked off, Arsenal knew if they won against Brighton, they'd be 7 points clear at the top of the league, which probably fired them up even more than before. However, Brighton has been a difficult fixture for Arsenal in recent years, with Arsenal only winning 3 times in their previous 11 meetings with Brighton going into this match. And with Brighton looking pretty promising under the new manager Roberto De Zerbi, picking up the 3 points away there at Amex Stadium was never going to be an easy task. With that being said though, Arsenal made it look like an easy task with them cruising through this match for the majority of it, with Bukayo Saka opening the score in just 2 minutes in, and later on in the first half, Martin Odegaard got their seconds. And Nketiah then scored 2 minutes into the second half to make it 3-0 to Arsenal, and it seemed like Brighton didn't stand a chance coming back. However, in the 60th minute, Arteta subbed out Zinchenko and Ben White, and without their starting fullbacks on the pitch, this opened up the door for Brighton to potentially make a comeback, as there was definitely a dip in quality. Just 5 minutes after these substitutions, Matoma pulled one back for Brighton. However, Arsenal quickly restored their 3-goal lead when Odegaard played a spectacular bastard game with Martinelli, who ran with the ball and slotted past Robert Sanchez in goal. Brighton carried on fighting though, reduced the deficit once again with 18-year-old Evan Ferguson brushing to the Libero side and slotting the ball through the legs of Aaron Ramsdale to make it 4-2 in the 77th minute. With Brighton scoring 2 goals in just 12 minutes, it made the end of this match nervous for Arsenal fans, and when Matoma got the ball into the back of the net in the 90th minute, that nervousness would have skyrocketed. However, thankfully for Arsenal fans, Matoma was marginally offside and a goal was ruled out by VAR. Tottenham faced Aston Villa and lost 2-0. This was a woeful performance by Tottenham. They only had 2 shots on target across 90 minutes, and in the span of 9 minutes during the first half, their entire backline picked up a yellow card. These yellow cards meant the defence had to be more cautious with the challenges, otherwise they risk being sent off, but this made it much easier for Villa to go on and score. Villa's first goal came through Buendia in the 50th minute, with the midfielder smashing the ball into the bottom corner to give Villa the lead. 23 minutes later, Villa extended their lead thanks to an excellent finish by Douglas Luiz to put Villa 2 goals in front, and this goal has made it so Tottenham has gone 2 goals down in 6 of their 7 last Premier League matches, which is dreadful. These 2 goals sealed the win for Aston Villa against a very poor Spurs side, with them only coming close to scoring once in this match, which Ashley Young was able to clear on the goal line to maintain Villa's clean sheet. Finally, Nottingham Forest came up against Chelsea and drew 1-1. Nottingham Forest had the chance to extend their unbeaten home run to 6 games across all competitions, but against a team like Chelsea, that didn't seem super likely, and it became even less likely when Raheem Sterling opened a score in 16 minutes into this match. Chelsea continued to dominate Nottingham Forest for the rest of this first half, but it soon changed when the match kicked off for the second half, as Forest honestly looked like the better side. After a solid start to the second half, Nottingham Forest efforts were rewarded when Serge Aurier levelled the game with a brilliant acrobatic finish, and both sides failing to score a second in the remaining half an hour. This goal helped Forest secure an important point in their quest to stay up in their first season back in the Prem. Anyway, that's Premier League Gameweek 17 recap. If you made it this far, enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and while comment down below opinions on any of the matches that happen this game week. With that being said, have a good one guys. See ya.